Ethereum is under investigation. We have Blackrock moving full ham into the tokenization of assets as we knew it was coming, and flames are coming out of the top of the World Trade Center. All this and more on today's Blockchain Basement. We are the bread and butter of all the information that's been swimming across the internet for crypto news.
If you're gonna screw me, at least pull my hair.
Hell yeah. What do you got?
They could start chopping off fingers. They're like, give me your seed phrase, but I don't know it.
Over 2 years, he's made like 17K on Roblox. And he's
What?
Like 12.
You never listen to me, and we must be married. Yeah, well, how much are you investing? $100.
400 to 600,000. The
it's
generational signals are now. Now.
You're spread so thin, that's how you get in on Snake. Snake's been my biggest winner.
Absolute chaos. Absolute chaos. We live in the days of our lives. Welcome one, welcome all.
Is that your favorite?
The real Blockchain Basement.
The real one.
The actual real place. How the hell are you guys doing? We got all kinds of characters in here. Owen is alive. He's on the board. He refuses to show himself, and he refuses to fix his microphone. But I might talk some shit about him to get him to fix it midstream. BJ,
What's he got to fix?
well, you know what? He's trying to fix his life with
He just
Solana
has
meme
to
coins.
turn up the audio level.
Yeah,
I mean,
this kid he got a phantom wallet. Now he thinks he's all hot.
I know. He like doesn't listen to anything. He just got this
Yeah,
little
200 likes, we show his seed phrase.
Yeah.
200 likes and he will show his seed phrase.
There's nothing in there, so it's
Good to have you, BJ. You're messaging me at 3 a.m. talking about Solana telegrams.
Wow.
You know, really.
Shady
amazing.
Bandito says, "Damn it, Owen. He hasn't even done anything yet."
Well, you know, Solana and the meme coins, it's pretty amazing. You know, if you're a bank and you rob someone, or if you're a person that's robbing a bank, you're a criminal. You know, if you're a bank that's robbing people, it's just business. But
you repeat yourself.
Well, and then if everyone's robbing everyone, that's Solana. That's Solana meme coins.
Okay,
So
you know what?
You know, it's been pretty great.
It's not robbing. It's
You're
just
talking about banks robbing
donating
people.
to charity.
I literally, and I shit you not, and here I am.
we already know
swearing.
about fractional reserve banking.
Here I am swearing on the stream. I was thinking about like banks. I'm thinking about like this new thing with. Did we cover the thing with Walmart charging people to use self checkout now?
No, we didn't.
Yeah.
They're charging people extra to use self checkout.
Yeah, and then there's you know,
you mean the only option?
you will only Walmart. They're trying to gauge on whether they're going to. Actually, this is the pastor from my church who's called me now twice in a row. I'm going to take this call and then I'll come back to this.
Yeah.
Look up the Walmart thing.
This is insane. I did not cover this. No. Oh God! Shut up. Okay, let's see what we got here. No, Walmart and Target are not charging customers to use self checkout. This is a debunked story. Target just announced a new subscription service called Target
I've also
Circle.
seen a debunked story after fractional reserve banking went to 0%, where they're like, no, the fractional reserve's not at 0%.
Here, it looks like it's a self checkout experiment. This one did not. There, I mean, if you guys could see my computer, I got about maybe 50, maybe 60 tabs of pretty important information in my eyes. Missed this. We did cover when Wendy's is going to be doing the seasonal prices. Basically, if you buy surge pricing, that's what it was. It was if you buy when times are really crazy, then it's more expensive, and if you buy during the kind of down times, it's cheaper. Me and Taco just take advantage of this concept at the Mexican restaurant down the street. Here's some free lunch alpha. Go to your local Mexican restaurant in your township. I'm sure many people are near one right now as we speak. They have extremely cheap lunches with chips and salsa, all the givens for like $8-9. It's absolutely incredible. You get treated like a king because there's really no one else there. You know, they're happy you're there. Just like I'm happy about everyone joining us here in the basement. We've got Ovidian Hex 555 enjoying the show. Let's go. That's right, baby. Shake and bake. Shady Bandito. C90 FTW coming in, and let's see what he's got some information. Community noted, lol, readers added context that they thought people might want to know. Walmart and Target are not charging customers annual fees to use self-checkout. See, he's helping out live time.
Well, annual.
What a G. It's
fees.
annual. Yeah.
It doesn't mean they're not charging them fees,
it's
or going
annual
to
fees.
potentially charge them fees.
You know, and like I am a Costco maxi, you know, so, and I have the premium Costco card.
Ooh.
I wouldn't know any other way to be. You know, I'm a low wage individual, medium, living standard, but I pay for that premium card at Costco. It really helps the family out. But shout out to everyone in the chat. I got Nicole Ministator, Meanless, CMG, Crypto Carnivore. Hope to see you at church. I'm going to be, I really love the church that we go to. It's pretty amazing. But you guys all absolute degenerates, absolute savages for being in this crypto market right now. I think that most of people that are looking at the markets at the time being right now are going to be pretty well set up for a large degree of financial freedom. What's up, Nick? So we got some context.
Guys,
but
everything's fine. Everything's fine.
What happened?
No. We just had to like clear out some Bible stuff. Okay. Hey, $0 G-Row with the 5 Mendes again. It's like every day this guy is just like giving us a salon of profits.
Such a G.
What a G.
Can we give him? Okay, look.
A handy?
Well, yeah.
Handy?
0G.
I care about the
can
community.
you send me a DM on X, and I'm going to send you a blockchain basement care package because you're absolutely one of the best people.
That's
so we're going to send you a care package. Okay. I would not post pictures of what is going to be inside the care package.
Yeah.
It may be some unmentionable things.
Can I pick something that goes in there?
You can. You
Maybe
can.
someone's finger?
I'm going to pick something.
I don't know what's going to be in there, and this may be a huge mistake. But go ahead.
Horse head?
Send me a DM. My DMs are open. Anyways, I don't want to sidestep. What were we talking about right now?
Well, I was kind of going off on how I'm a Costco maxi. I pay for the premium.
You didn't miss much.
Okay.
You know, I pay for the premium Costco membership. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
But what is it? So, are you having to pay for self checkout every single time, or is it a subscription?
So this is the funny thing here. So Walmart they're weighing the options of whether they're going to limit self-checkout purchases to those who have a Walmart Plus membership. Target is also considering limiting the self-checkout to 10 swipes of an item. So if you want to buy 9 packets of Kool-Aid, and then like 1 thing of blueberries, that's it. Because if you got a stick of gum, it's not going to work.
Yeah.
This is the fallout because they have switched to self-checkouts. So they've unemployed many cashiers and baggers. Well, they thought they were saving a lot of money. Well, joke's on them because self-checkout is the #1 way that things get stolen from the store. I've heard reports that they're up to 40% of all store thefts happen through self-checkout.
Bullish.
Oh my
Anybody
God.
else
So
bullish?
they fired all the cashiers and the baggers thinking they're going to save money, but people just end up stealing stuff inadvertently or not. People just end up stealing stuff because it's just swipe, boop, 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 blah, 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 do it. I literally stole a case of beer by accident from Walmart like 6 months ago because I swiped it. I went boop, showed the guy my ID. Someone called me on the phone and I started talking to that person. And I just walked out of the Walmart. Literally stole a case of beer from Walmart.
Really?
I got back to the office. I was like, damn, I just stole a case of beer. So I drove back to the Walmart and told the guy.
No.
He was just like, just go away.
Dude, there's shoplifting rings that have popped up. Like,
Oh, yeah,
you know what I
for
mean?
sure.
Like they have
For sure.
massive truckloads of stolen goods. You see
There
all
are.
those scholars in city centers with their hands around a
Yes,
gigantic.
the cultural enrichers.
Yeah, I mean, when I saw the videos, I was like, what the hell are they taking 50 t-shirts of
I
the
know,
same make for?
C90 says stole beer straight to jail. I was scared. I was
Yeah.
scared for my life. I actually sought legal counsel at one point.
You really should.
During the 30 minutes that I had stolen beer. But all that goes back to say we are in a level of society now to where everyone is trying to make a buck. Everyone feels like they're on a sinking ship, and especially big corporate. They're doing everything they can to squeeze us for every dollar. Whether it's stealing from us by inflation, whether it's stealing from us by having wages not go pace with inflation, having this mysterious 2% inflation number that they literally just made up out of whole cloth. And they cannot explain why they have it. And literally this morning, as I was thinking about all these things and why we need an economic revolution, I was reading my Bible, and this verse in Amos, if you don't read the Minor Prophets, you need to read the Minor Prophets. Listen to how hard this verse goes right now. Okay. Thinking about all these things about everyone being economically depressed and stolen from.
It's going to be hard like a Tupac verse?
This is going hard. So this is God talking to Amos, talking about how mad he is with the Israelites. He says, "Hear this, you who trample the needy and do away with the poor of the land, saying, when will the new moon be over that we may sell grain and the Sabbath be ended that we may market wheat?" Basically making up excuses not to sell goods at a fair price. Picking it up, skimping on the measure, boosting the price and cheating with dishonest scales, buying the poor with silver and the needy for a pair of sandals, selling even the sweepings of the wheat. So not even leaving anything left over for poor people to come in and scoop up and try and get by.
Right.
They're literally wringing every single penny out of the middle class and the lower class. That is the state of the economics that we're in right now. And God had very, very strong words for that.
Well, what is the wet dream of tyrants that are wanting to do this process?
Yeah.
It's a CBDC. It's an automated, organized system of destroying your purchasing power, but also like all those crumbs that you talk about that are left over for society to survive on. If this is a automated digital system in 20 years, those won't exist.
Yeah,
So-
no more self-checkout. No more people working for $10 an hour at the stores. You take something off the shelf, somebody said it in the comments, you get charged.
Yep.
There's no way to finesse.
And Amazon's already doing that.
There's no way to accidentally steal. There's no way to save your money.
But look at this. We got some hope. Okay.
Of course we do. That's why we're here in the basement.
Javier Milei.
Love this guy.
He came out.
Oh, I thought you were going to say slurf.
We're gay for Milei.
Oh my God.
We are gay for Milei down here.
Milei boarded up the central bank of Argentina over the, I think this was yesterday, audio central slavery system. Welcome to freedom.
Holy crap.
Argentinian President Javier Milei has shut down and boarded up the Argentinian central bank. Some people think this guy is a black hat. So, yeah.
I got to keep this PG because Hannah's here, and I respect Hannah as a sister in the Lord.
Yeah, we know you want to give him a dandy handy. We all do.
Javier Milei, this is straight up pornographic. This is illicit material.
I'm glad you really didn't hold back on that. And that's why we're in crypto. I hate
he
the
boarded
silent
up the
stealing.
central bank. That's the most base thing in the world.
And no one thought he had the nuts to do it. He was like, you know what? Watch me and my chainsaw.
Yeah, I know. He campaigned with a chainsaw.
Yeah.
What do you think is going to happen?
But we're here for crypto. We're in crypto. Let's get a good feel. Yesterday, the calls that we made really panned out pretty damn well.
Ondo?
Yeah, Ondo. I was just like, guys, it is time to hammer into Ondo. I didn't even have the Blackrock news. We're going to be getting into the Blackrock news and how this interlays with them. But let's look at where we feel like Bitcoin is. As of yesterday, you know that I was sitting here talking about us ranging in the 60K range on up, 60K being our support level. And there's a couple reasons why I'm feeling that way, but another interesting graph I came across this morning and discussed pretty in depth with Kelly. Get some good confluence on where we are in the markets, but here's just the overall supply for Bitcoin on exchanges hitting 4-year lows, dropping almost 40% with no slowing signals ahead of the upcoming halving. This is from Crypto Quant and Bitcoin News.
Man,
just
that's bullish.
What a gorgeous little graph that is. You know what I mean? Absolutely sick.
So bullish.
Keep moving on here. We got this from the Tech Dev. Really great account for some. I better be following this guy if I'm not. Doesn't look like it's ever been the halving. Clear if Satoshi tried to line it up though. It's a liquidity cycle world. Bitcoin just lives in it. And this is a really fascinating graph. We've had a lot of conversations on is the bull market going to be too soon, ending quicker than we're used to. And this overlays the price on a logarithmic scale for Bitcoin. You can see the bull market pumps here and each marking there within, but this is comparing it to the Chinese 10-year rate and the DXY high yield spread. This is absolutely
this is the Chinese 10-year treasury note in relation to the DXY.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay. So the Chinese treasury note increases in value against the DXY. Is that the upswing?
Well, this is the overall global liquidity that's coming back. Like this is the printing and the injection of liquidity from the Chinese central bank. Compared to I think it's including the DXY as well. I don't think it's valuing against it. I think it's a world liquidity kind of mapping to see where that money starts coming back.
I want to dig into this a little bit more.
This is worth looking at.
I want to understand this chart better because I feel dumb right now.
Well, this is, we sell treasuries and bonds as a government to keep,
I know that.
So we have that understanding.
Yes.
This is just the ebb and flow of the rates increasing to stave away. Like right now we have inflation outpacing the value of the treasury bond.
Correct.
So people don't want to buy the treasury bond. We're at a low right now in the treasury bond.
Even though we need to sell 10 trillion a year to stay afloat over the next 6 years.
Yeah,
exactly. And that's where
a trillion every 90 days.
And that's where the psycho-handed printing comes into play right here. It's just an ebb and flow cycle. Once that psycho printing happens again, we're going to see another massive pump. And this is where we are on the world liquidity sector right now. And if you line that up with Bitcoin,
So
pretty much
2020, we
match.
went big on liquidity.
Hard, real hard.
I'm interested. It's interesting that there's not a bigger spike because of all the printing that we did.
Well, it's been like we were at 0% rates for a long ass time. You know what I mean? And like
Well,
these prints, 2014, you know what I mean? The problems in the bank is basically a band-aid over a bullet wound since 2007. So this is the 2009 crisis is how they print their way out of that. Needed another print. You can see it's slightly diminishing, but I think it's going to be along the same lines. We've seen, I don't know if you called or you came across that story with, God, what was it? Oh, it's escaping me right now. My train of thought is going all over the place. But we saw the Bank of Japan, they raised their rates by like a tenth, basically like 10 base points, not 50 base points.
Okay.
Just an eke up. And I really
just a bee's dick.
just a bee's dick, you know what I mean? And we have Jerome Powell speaking today. I don't even need to listen to him anymore at this point because I think the markets really could care less about what Jay Powell says.
Well, we're pumping, right?
We're not even, you know, I mean, we're still holding 64.6, 64.7 now. My God. And really the markets at large, they can't keep raising interest rates. They'll crush banks if they do so. So
Hey,
Yeah.
it's been pretty simplified. Brian D with a $10 super chat. What's up? 2024 Wooden Dragon.
What does
Let's
that
go.
mean?
What is Wooden
What's the
Dragon?
ticker, dude? Come
Yeah.
on.
The ticker.
Can you put in the
Ryan-
contract address?
Yeah, Ryan
Yeah, right.
Schutz says, thank you for $5 super chat. I think I get crypto. Now the games are quick, but we pay with our sanity. This market is not for the weak. Yes.
That's accurate.
Yeah, you pay in strips.
I'm sorry, you still had sanity?
Yeah.
I'm jelly.
I think
Well,
I
he's
get
not.
crypto
He
now.
doesn't. He has just
Look at
enough
this
to get down here in the basement. Once you come down in the basement, the sanity leaves you.
Yeah, when you're staying up till 7 a.m, fucking meme coin trading.
Dude, you messaged me at like 3 a.m., 4 a.m. I'm like, what are you
Apparently,
doing?
BJ's in like he's like making 7-figure slurf trades.
Okay, not
God.
7, but
So high six-figure slurf trades.
It's like a sloth that's drooling.
It's like a retarded sloth.
Oh,
look, it's a way of life, okay?
It's
Okay.
a way of life.
Yeah, we need to do a slurf post and get Slurf to sponsor this channel because I will get a slurf tattoo right here.
No, don't
Right
go there,
here.
bro.
Dude, I want to get on. Nobody's
Oh
making
my
the shirts.
God. Well,
I
you
just
get
wanted the
your
shirt with
wife's
the logo
girlfriend.
that just says "Oh fuck."
Oh yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure we should just start selling those shirts.
Our tisms are off the scale
Did
right
you know
now.
Fax wants to know, Drew, has
What's that?
crypto finished now?
No, I mean, that's the big
Has
question
English
here.
been
Crypto-
good?
That's the
Crypto
big
over.
question here, guys. Where's my trading view? I'll pull this up on trading view. I was talking about it yesterday. I still feel very strongly about this, but if you zoom in here, we got kind of a 3-part little pump. Felt great, right? Felt like we were just going to the moon. And this is it, man. This is our bull market coming early. It's all happening. Now you can see as it's lined up, it eked just above the previous all-time high. Now it's come down, getting slapped
Yep.
around a little bit. So
We're 6
Slappy.
months ahead of schedule. This is fine.
right.
Yep.
Now this move that we're looking at right here, I feel like, and you know, I know many people disagree with me still, but I think time will tell that
You
tale.
think it's
I think
the
we're
one in
right here.
2021?
I think we're right here.
Oh my god!
I think we're right here. There's a 3-step little chop and
Oh my
shop
God.
before you move on to it. Let me look at the narratives that are going on right now. The TradFi hammering in, Blackrock tokenized and stuff. It's
People
all
finally
happening.
figuring out Ethereum's psyop.
Oh my God. You're getting
Hey.
you're going to be dancing on your victory hill for a
Oh,
while about
Bro,
this.
hold
son.
on.
We're going to get banned off YouTube. I'm about to get so hard.
What you got, Hannah?
Ethereum's dead, but all the activities on base right now.
No, it's not. All the activities on Slurf.
Or is that okay? The narrative around this is so funny right now. Everybody is saying that people are moving from Solana to base.
Who is saying that?
The IRS for
It's
sure.
been trending all day.
Here's the
Yeah, it
IRS
has.
watching you all trade on Base because I guarantee you
Yeah, of
Base
course
is
they
going
are.
to be communicating directly with these 87,000
Did I not
IRS
say
agents.
this?
Coinbase
That
literally
is going to be
said-
the F. Oh my
I know.
God.
This is
Coinbase-
happening.
Coinbase said that you can expect them to go out, like have outages today because of all the activity on base,
Yes.
which is
Yeah.
funny. And all of the like meme coins, Taco sent me a list of the meme coins on base, and they all are like very boomer-esque. It,
Oh, I know.
it looks like a group of 10,
Like who come up
40-year-old
with the name
men.
Brett? Why
are
is
sitting
Brett?
in a. I don't know what Brad is, but
That's a meme
it's like the other ones are like wannabe meme coins.
Mm-hmm.
So it seems like it's
Yeah,
like
because it's a bunch of BlackRock people making them. And you're just giving them
Coinbase
money.
40-year-old executives sitting in a room and they're like, okay.
But
we're
what if
gonna
we called it
release
Red
this meme
Stapler?
coin.
Wait, that would probably actually do really well.
C90 FTW, this looks dead, not
How
gonna
old are
lie,
boomers?
but
I
he
don't
sent
know.
a super chat. Wooden Dragon XYZ tokenomics. So check it out. I mean, he super chatted us. We may as well. We're degenerate as hell. I mean, there's no denying that. I mean, we look at shit coins all the time. So, but just finishing up my thoughts on the Bitcoin, where we are right now. No, I don't think that the Bitcoin bull market is over by any means. It is going to be slightly ahead of schedule now. Me and Nick pretty much agree that it's going to be ahead of schedule. Now, how early it is, really, that's up to be decided. But just keeping that in mind, you know, where we're at right now, this is from Don Alt. Monthly needs to close
Love
green.
Don Alt.
He's really good. No, never discount the duck.
No.
Needs to close green. Otherwise, that's a strong sell signal on the most important HTF we've got. A close below 56,000 would be catastrophic. And I just generally
And important,
agree with
the
this.
duck is face up.
Duck is face up.
Remember?
Oh, I remember.
Sometimes he puts the duck upside down.
Well, and that's like his secret way of signaling like where we're going in the market. You know what I mean? Absolutely awesome account though. If you're not following,
Well, we're
him,
not
make
going
sure.
anywhere to 56K. Like it's not.
Tim thinks we are.
Man, Tim, get the
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Tim also
investing bros, more like investing dummies.
Also, keep in mind, Tim intentionally wears University of Florida attire. I'm just saying.
You can't.
Well, he
can't
refuses
trust.
to buy a new sweater. You know, he wants to buy more Cardano.
You can't trust a guy.
Oh wait, no,
who's-
I like him. He was buying Cardano. Yeah, he's good.
If it's 80 degrees outside and you're wearing a hoodie, I don't trust you.
Well, he does ice
That's so
baths at
cold.
like 5 a.m. every day.
Yeah, and he hasn't changed the water in months.
Oh my God! Don't say that.
I said it here on the stream.
No, my God.
Speaking of
It's
which,
more manly that way.
special thanks
Am I the
to,
only one who pees in the ice bath?
Oh my god.
You would be the only one I know of. That
I
pees in the
only
ice
use it as a urinal.
Yeah.
bath. Yeah. Okay.
Dude,
that's news to me.
It's so hard not to pee in that. Like I get so shocked.
Yeah.
I'm surprised I haven't pooped.
Shout out to Tom Crown. Tom Crown had his stream. His I guess he was like LARPing as Jason Casper or something like that. Anyways, a great stream going over Jerome Powell. He gave us a shout out.
What a G.
What a G. We love Tom. He said he's going to come
If you
hang out
say it
on the
one more
couch
time,
sometime.
Owen's gonna have to figure out how to hit the
Tom?
button. Does
Where
he know how
are
to
you?
do it?
See,
Tom?
Owen's not alive enough to catch those
Tom,
cues.
where are you? But
He doesn't know that.
guys, go check out Tom Crown.
There's
in case you
a
didn't know.
Tom
He's
Crown
a small-time YouTuber. Just
pretty big.
No, not that one. You gotta scroll. You'll know it when you see it.
That was Joe Biden. Owen.
It's in the middle. Go a little higher. This is important. There
I
it
love
is.
making Owen freak
No,
out.
over.
on
To the right.
forward a little bit here.
Up
It always
one.
sparks a little joy. That's the eggs.
Yeah.
There it
And
is.
then-
Let's go.
yeah.
Bring him on into the
Yeah.
show. Bring him on.
let's get Tom.
Crown,
Yeah.
join
Tom
us.
right here. There he is.
There he
There's
is.
Tom.
If anybody ever says
Unbelievable.
Tom Crown 3 times, we have to do this.
Or we start talking about Litecoin.
Yeah, so no, I'm not talking about Litecoin.
Neither
Ron
is he.
Paul. I'm a fan of Ron Paul.
Ron Paul is great.
Yeah, he is
Ron
some
Paul
words.
or Rand Paul?
Both.
Ron Paul. Let's have a listen to what Ron came out
Rand
and
Paul
said.
is such a good debater.
Well, okay,
That
they're
is
all
not
master
sarcasm.
debaters. Okay, let's
Okay.
watch this again.
I think we're reaching this point where some sudden thing is going to happen. I believe in that theory of the black
Like your
swan.
aneurysm?
Yes.
It's going to pop up, and it's not going to be controllable. But people, you ask, what can they do? I think the most important thing is understand what's going on. Is education. That's why I happen to have a homeschooling program, and I try to teach this stuff early, because you can't change it. You can't go in and say, okay, you want $50 an hour. We can't do that, but we'll have a compromise with the other people. We'll just give you $32 per hour, guarantee. That kind of nonsense. You have to be able
God, he
to
does muse so hard.
tell them what they have to do. One is to protect the money, one is to protect your wealth. But when I go through this, when people really want to know some details, and I get a little more in detail, I said, but really the most important thing you do is is study and understand what's going on. Because if you come away from that and you're able to accumulate a lot and get by, and you have your guns and you have stored food and all that, it's not going to work. You have to understand what's happening. You have to know it's coming. It's very, very dangerous. And that's why I love to see smaller units of government. Anything that hints that says they're springing up an idea in our states to act like they ought to act.
Yes.
And they're starting to. They're starting to get more independent.
Love it.
He makes my heart filled with joy every time I hear this guy talk.
Yep.
And just the biggest thing about that is condense this control mechanism down to your local government.
Yeah.
Your local governments are the ones that actually can physically enforce mandates or whatever it is that they come up with on their next PSYOP.
Decentralization.
Decentralized. Yes. And
Decentralized government.
That's the power of it. You know what I mean? Because everyone, when the jab mandate came out, none of the cops were willing to enforce that. Like if you wouldn't actually ask them or you worked with them, like I did, that they weren't going to do it. But then the government, the larger overreaching, entity that the American people were looking at were saying, hey, it's mandated, you have to do it. There was no real requirements. You only saw total cucks in New York cop districts kicking 8-year-olds out of Burger Kings for not having their vaccine cards.
Well, and one of my homelands.
One of your homelands?
Australia.
Oh, yeah. That got real
Aussies,
bad. We have a lot of Australian viewers. Did you know?
Because they sent for me.
That's true.
We have our Australian and our Syrian, simpers.
Well, I mean, Syria, not so much, but Australia, definitely. I think they just realized the tyranny actual is around the corner. You have to change your life now to get ahead of this shit show and buy a couple tanks. You know what I mean? Just get yourself some tanks.
I know.
I really, really need a tank.
Is there a tank sponsor?
We need to reach out. I don't know if it's legal to be sponsored by a tank.
Can we go visit Whistling Diesel and see his killdozer?
Dude, we should.
He's up north somewhere, like in Pennsylvania.
I would get along so good with
you may not come
Diesel.
back.
I would never come back.
You may just marry Whistling Diesel right there.
See you later. I'm hunting pheasants and blowing
I found my true love.
Yep. But yeah, I mean, this, what Ron Paul's saying, just about warning about this potential black swan. I mean, there's a lot of things that are hinting that. We've been watching a lot of major stock ownership get, sold off.
Yeah.
From what was it, Jamie Dimon had never sold. I saw another one.
Jamie Dimon.
There's a lot of worries about
where nobody's talking about the ending of BTFP.
Well, that hasn't really broken things yet.
Told you it wouldn't.
Yeah.
Told you it wouldn't.
I think it will still. It's going to take some time. I think that it will be isolated, but it's not going to be like this huge cataclysm. But it's the overarching conversation that Jerome Powell has in the back of his head on why he can't raise the interest rates. He's probably on TV right now trying to talk hawkish, keep everyone on their feet, on their toes. But really, what's actually happening is they've reached their limit for increases. They're going to back it off, in my opinion, and then they'll realize risk assets are running off to the moon, and then they will go jackknifing them again.
I heard Caleb Franzen has been saying that they're going to start increasing in Q3.
Thinks they're going to increase interest rates.
Or wait, maybe I have the inverse. Maybe it's a cut.
Because Caleb, I think he's an intelligent young man, and my God, I don't think he would be.
A move is happening in Q3, according to world traveler and digital nomad Caleb Franzen.
He is living the dream.
He's a glasses enthusiast.
Yeah, he's like he did what Mac and Cheesy did.
He did what? But Mac and Cheesy's down in Central America with them big booty Latinas.
Yeah. I mean, he really lived it. Maybe is he going to El Salvador or Argentina?
I'm going to El Salvador. I tell you,
I tell you what.
I tell you what. No, but Caleb Franzen went with the stately Croatian honeys. He's all in that former Soviet Union.
Yeah.
Where it's just there's just tens and nines everywhere.
Crypto After Dark saying there's a gun organization that gives out a free tank occasionally. Let me find it. Please find that for me.
Please.
I'm literally,
please,
the place in Alabama is called Combat Park.
Combat Park? Oh, that's where we can rent them? But I don't want to rent it. I want to buy it.
We want to buy your
You
tank.
rent it and just don't come back.
That's true.
What are they going to do? You're in a fucking tank.
Trying to repo this.
So can you return the tank?
No.
Never.
I have a problem with my township.
Guys, if you like tanks, hit the like button. Let's get to 100 likes. Come on.
I like Thomas the Tank.
Some reasons beyond all of this, the stocks being sold off by these insiders, we do see central banks around the world continuing to grow their gold positions. at essentially the fastest pace in the last half a century. The central banks hoarding gold at the fastest pace. Right
Wow.
here, you have net central bank purchases in the dark blue and the gold price.
Is Russia still one of the largest buyers of gold?
That
was a narrative we just stopped talking about.
No, they're still buying.
Yeah. I know they are.
Yeah. So someone, the world at large, it seems, just is preparing for a world reserve currency rug pull. You know what I mean? And it's something that's going on in the background. It's a slow moving decay, a controlled demolition, but it is happening right now, which is just more reasons why I like to move into crypto so my bags can keep moving upwards.
Wait, are you about to talk about the fire in the World Trade Center?
Oh God!
I mean, you said controlled demolition.
Oh my God! Well, look at this.
It seemed like a transition.
That was a really good transition.
I know.
Heavy flames and smoke spotted near World Trade Center following a high-rise rooftop fire, Manhattan, New York. Currently, numerous firefighters on the scene, downtown Manhattan, at the World Trade Center, working to extinguish a high-rise fire. Coordinated operations to combat the blaze, with heavy smoke reported emanating from the building.
No, see.
This is probably nothing. But remember, they had that bomb in the basement in like 93. But that was a way bigger deal.
That was a test run.
Yeah.
So this is just some Guatemalan refugees that went up to the roof, started making chicharrones, and it got out of control.
Have you seen their cooking
It got
rats?
out of control. Now there's a grease fire on top of the World Trade Center.
Grease fire on top.
Because they were grilling, they were trying to fry some chicharron, and some of the oil got out. Now there's grease fire on top. Because I don't know if you're aware of this. I don't know if you're aware of this.
Don't put water in grease fire.
Don't put water in. That's probably what they try to do. Okay,
you're gonna learn about exothermic expansion.
We need to give them the illegals need information in a pamphlet. Like, guys, in America, there are things like grease fires. You don't just walk away from them.
Dude, we're all illegals. None of us are native.
Look at
No, that doesn't make any sense.
Well,
totally
I'm
makes
looking
sense.
for this. They're cooking rats in New York now, eating
This is-
fried rats.
Again,
great.
Guatemalan refugees. They
Yeah.
did not get the pamphlet. We do not
That's
do
a
this
big
in the United
rat,
States.
though. Look at this
That's not real.
This is a big rat. If
That
that's
looks like
real.
a hamster.
I'm probably gonna run into
I was
some.
gonna say, it looked-
Oh yeah, here's more.
What?
Yeah,
I mean, why
this
not?
is thick. There's a lot of meat on that.
That
This
cannot
is
be
not
real.
I've seen a bunch on that.
I don't know, man.
Actually,
This
I
tracks.
know that Alex Jones went on the streets out there, and he was covering. They are cooking up rats, just right out in the open.
I know, but
Very
they are
interesting.
staying in the
Did we not learn from bats?
from bats.
That
no.
was a scam.
Oh
Alleged
my God.
It wasn't bats.
Now we're gonna cook the rats.
I never
That's
believed
not
the
what it
bat
was
thing
from
at all.
They claimed it was
You
a
know.
pangolin
It
anyway.
was from the
Bob
Ukrainian
from accounting
labs.
says, "Don't show me this."
I'm sorry. I
And
got
Bill Gates.
sidetracked, Bob. I'm sorry. Okay, we're talking New York. We're talking Mexican food. I go straight to rats. Okay?
Dude, have you never eaten
Thank you,
nutria?
Bill Gates.
What's that?
Nutria?
Nutria?
They're basically outside of Nolans are these giant vermin known as nutria that they actually get paid to hunt and kill. But if you've eaten gumbo down in Nolans, you've probably eaten
No, I'm calling bullshit on
one. Look
this.
up nutria.
And there's
How do I spell it?
The
I
world's
actually
getting
don't
even
know.
weirder today, you guys.
Look
Now,
up
this
nutria
is breaking
rat.
news. I saw a slew of this news. Obviously, I'll be working to make sure the reasons why all of these resignations are happening. But the president of Vietnam resigned. The prime minister of Ireland resigned. Israel's army chief of staff announced his resignation, and the South Korean official for president has also resigned. Here's a picture of Forrest Gump running away. One of the best
Love it.
movies ever made.
How big these things are.
Kind of interesting to see all these, heads of government just kind of stepping away from their positions. Makes you wonder if they know something that we don't about a larger
Things that
move.
make you go.
I mean, is
Yeah.
Unky Klaus putting somebody in their place?
Well, he's got someone lined up in every
Yeah.
district. You know what I mean?
I'm glad we voted for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Elon Musk might be one of our big hopes to save humanity.
I hate that.
No.
I know it's very sad, but listen to the
Look,
video.
Elon
He put
Musk's
this video
only
up
genius
yesterday.
move is convincing you that Tesla isn't the most dog shit vehicle ever made.
I don't care for the Teslas.
Yeah,
I don't
for
care.
that.
A lot of idiots do.
I like the Twitter allowing me to speak, though.
That is nice.
I
That's
like
an
being
upside.
able to speak, to be able to have a social profile again. I'm not the most savvy social media influencer at all by any means, but it's nice to have a place to vent. And
All right, let's watch this video.
Yeah, let's pull this up.
Appropriating a space for your own personality.
I'm a journalist.
You're not a journalist.
How do you decide who's a journalist?
I mean, considering I was fired as a journalist, you're no journalist.
Literally, would you rather be at your sick your whole life?
You're not doing this for like what the actual conversation is, which is getting rid of this country.
Getting rid of this country?
Getting rid of America, getting rid of the West. This is what this is for.
You want to get rid of America?
Yes, everyone here understands that at some level we need to get rid of America completely.
What should we do?
Decolonization, land back.
Where should we go, though?
In our communities. We need to go leave the capitals, leave the central capitals of commerce, of capital itself.
What? I didn't know Owen was a reporter.
Yeah,
we need to leave America by leaving the main cities and going to the rural parts of America.
What are you talking
Decolonization, but just P.S. Decolonization is a liberal code word for genocide.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they
so
call
when
it
he's talking
decolonization.
about when he's talking about decolonizing America, he means kill the people who are currently here.
Yeah.
That's what he's talking about.
Like, what is he? What is that little white mask man?
What?
If he's not American, what is that guy?
He's
well,
confused
we can't say
and
that.
self-hating. You know, I mean, this is our enemy. This is the fermentation of our enemy that is building up. He's going to be in the streets. He's going to be burning your local cities to the ground.
I'm
sounds
not
like
really sure he does
hyperbole.
anything.
I think he's
gonna try.
He's what the
Like,
Nazis.
I feel like he just went to a public school
oh, for sure,
and then like sat
1000%.
next to me at university.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
He's what the
literally,
Russians call
who
a
is
useful
this?
idiot.
Yeah. I like having a place for this type of information to be shared. This is their intent. They do not mean well. This is not a peaceful process they're looking to roll out. They will burn your cities to the ground.
But how
once
is
again.
what he's talking? Okay, I'm actually gonna have fun with this for a second.
Yeah.
How is the sediment of what he's talking about any different from yours?
What about decolonization, just destroying America? Because I like America. I like the
You
place I
do, but you
live.
have massive issues with it that you're willing to fight for, that you believe in.
Yeah. Like
Now,
protecting
whereas
the Constitution.
Yeah. Whereas it could be portrayed that that's what he's talking about. It's obvious he's not.
Yeah.
But the overall mentality of that punk rock revolution is there. One of them is programmed. One of them actually cares.
Yeah. The
Obviously,
new
you
punk
actually
rock
care.
is traditionalism. The new punk rock is traditional family units.
I'm fine with that.
You know what I mean? Like that's what I have felt that things have shifted to at large, and really seeing this when Trump gets elected, I'm not going to vote for Trump. Probably at this point, I'm not going to vote for Trump unless he walks back his love for the jab. But he's probably going to get elected, and then what will happen is cities will burn because of it, and that's affecting us. Like what in your right mind as a protester validates the ability to go burn your local city down because a national president that you have nothing to do with, that really is just a puppet and a placeholder for conversations being put in front of you by the Department of Defense.
Yeah, I know. There's a incredibly spicy take here that I cannot say on YouTube. But let me just give you guys the good, which is
speaking metaphor.
Yeah, this has been people who are hyper focused on a solution to a perceived problem, but that offer no solution are very dangerous.
Yeah, it's basically like having ad hominem or ad hoc arguments.
Yes. Yeah. So when some leftist or Antifa person, communist, says defund the police, and then you say, well, how are we supposed to keep the rule of law? How are we supposed to keep criminals at bay? And they just start yammering on about restorative justice and systemic changes, but they're not actually saying, in order to keep criminals at bay, we do X, Y, and Z. Now you have the situation to where these defund the police and restorative justice people took over San Francisco, New York, and now in New York, the National Guard has to watch the subway because people are getting chopped up and thrown into the subway cars as they move along because social order has broken down. And so they bear no response. They assume that everyone else is responsible for the problems that have now cropped up because of their own bad policies. They have zero emotional intelligence, let alone normal cognitive intelligence.
Dude, hold on. Petty Holder says that he sent us this Ethereum. That is highly potential.
Oh, sorry. We couldn't afford the gas fees. So
my
the
God.
That's why it's
averted.
empty. That's why it's currently
We're so sick. On what you're saying though, Nick, I mean, I feel like the design of our decay, especially in New York, is like being enforced by police.
So I'm calling out Cal Walker. T's V's were different than the jab. That's called cognitive dissonance.
That's not true.
That is, yeah. And so you have this whole, I mean, do you still, I honestly, at this point, I don't know if I can still back the blue. In New York, there are homeowners, people who have like a rental property that they bought.
Oh, and pull up this goddamn fucking article.
There are women of color who have a rental property. This woman is currently being arrested. She owns the home.
Yep.
She's being arrested because a squatter is there.
Handing over the keys
And
police force.
she now has to give up her home, at least
arrested.
for now.
She's arrested.
She's being arrested for trying to kick a squatter out of her home.
Yeah.
Back the blue.
How big is her house
Give me
that
a
she didn't
break.
notice a squatter in it?
No, it was an extra house. So she had,
Yeah.
she had
Oh, gotcha.
inherited this property from her parents.
Yeah.
And this is going to be a way for her to have some passive
So
income.
what's the big deal?
So now we have this moral inversion where good is now bad, bad is now good. Daniel Penny chokes a murderer out on the subway. He goes to jail because the guy dies because he was trying to kill somebody.
Yep.
And now we have wholesale murders happening on the New York City subway system. And you just get a bunch of progressive leftists going, I wonder how this happened. Well, it's because you criminalized good behavior and you authorized bad behavior.
Right.
So guess what? You have fucking The Purge in New York 24/7. And the really quick problem that they're going to find what this is eventually the upstanding citizens are going to get fed up with the cops not enforcing the laws properly.
Yeah.
And then they will start enforcing the laws themselves.
Yep.
And just today it broke. There is now a private military force underground that landlords are hiring to harass and throw people out. They're basically getting boogeymen to go house to house and throw out squatters.
Really?
So now there's vigilante groups in New York City physically throwing squatters out of the houses.
That is
Like
very
what?
Drew, stop. No. Drew, stop looking up tickets to New York City right now. But that's what. So now we have this whole it's like fucking Judge Dredd.
Yeah,
like
man.
what is going on?
That's why, this channel,
I am the law.
I'm here, we come here for the crypto games, but I really want to get the marriage of the patriots and the crypto nerds together.
Self-sovereignty.
Yeah.
That's what we're here
Yeah.
for. Oh my God.
That
leave
is
me
so
hanging.
awkward. Don't,
Oh, yeah.
don't
No, I'm
know.
not gonna leave you hanging. I didn't mean to leave you hanging. I was also thinking about Shake and Bake, just validated my thoughts on Powell. I didn't even have to listen to him to know. It says our policy rate is likely at its peak.
Ooh.
Appropriate to begin easing at some point this year. It's going to be June because they're following the Bank of Japan. I've said this for a half a year. They are going to do that. In June, we go to the moon. And we are prepared to keep rates higher longer if needed. That's a lie. You can't keep them higher for longer. You'll break the system at large. So there you go. There's cutting through all the weeds and all the big speak that Jerome Powell uses to keep investors at bay, kind of wondering what's going to happen. That's what's happening. So there you go. Here, this is a non-lethal defense mechanism we could use in this situation. New defense.
Oh, I love this guy. Did I send you this?
No, you didn't.
I saw this last night.
Let's give this a look.
This
is
guy's
pretty incredible.
awesome.
I like this.
Our newest innovation, the Vision Deleter Junior, a portable, lightweight, inconspicuous, entirely non-lethal light bulb-based self-defense tool. You simply insert 2 AA batteries and 1 General Electric Type 50 flash bulb, and you're ready to go. Possibilities are endless. For example, you can use it to safely and courteously signal to another driver on the road that their high beams are too high. That's fine for night driving, but what about during the day? Not to worry, the device is not affected by during the day. Do you live in a silly place where it's illegal to not let someone carjack you? If someone attempts to open your car door, simply press this button. The device will then non-lethally emit around 5 megalumens of light, safely destroying their corneas and or retinas.
Yay.
At that distance, that's about 73 times as bright as a welding.
Keep going.
Can we talk about overloading your
Once your
rhodopsin?
opponent's eyeballs are toast, you're free to make your escape. Just remember, they cannot shoot what they cannot see.
This guy so that bulb, he's actually done 3 videos on that light bulb.
Has he?
You turn it on, it's a one-time, it's a flash bulb. It's a one-time use light bulb.
Yeah.
It looks like an outdoor lamp. It is insanely bright. It is 75 times brighter than the arc of a welding torch.
I love that
so much.
In like the fraction of a second, you can see it clearly during daylight. It is not affected by daylight whatsoever. It will delete all shadows in any radius that you're pointing it in. Yeah, it's incredible. That thing is
I mean, this
awesome,
basically
dude.
just looks like a camera flash.
It does, but it's like a gazillion times.
Have
So
you seen
literally-
how bright those are when you don't have a shadow box on them?
Yes, they're very bright. So
They
literally,
will delete your rhodopsin
the military
levels.
asked GE. They said, "Hey, we need a flash bulb for when we need to take pictures, and it's like we're super far away from stuff, but we need to like put some light on it." And GE said, "Yeah, anything? Any other details?" And they said, "Yeah, just make a light bulb as bright as you possibly can, and we'll buy it." And GE was like, "Sure."
I love it so much.
I love how Bob from accounting's trying to get. Remember when I almost accidentally did that on stream?
Dude, I know. I was about to mention he's trying to get us to talk about disposable cameras and
EMP.
iron rods and
it's
copper wire.
shockingly easy.
It's very simple.
To make it
Very
EMP.
Yeah, you can make a handheld EMP.
God, you guys are when we're off
going
stream,
down. We're gonna get banned.
I'll explain
We could
off stream.
sell these guys.
We could sell
It's-
these.
We can
Yeah.
monetize this channel
incredibly
We could go
finally.
to jail though, but we could
It's
sell them.
incredibly easy.
Slumlord Mercenary ticker is Slum. Man,
Ticker
that could
is
be
Slum.
that could be something else. So yeah, now we get into the nitty gritty about Ethereum. Right? There's all kinds. This is the meat on the bone for BJ.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
I
Ethereum.
told you, Coinbase, Base, Ethereum, all together.
Yeah.
And they are going to screw you so hard.
Well, I don't think that, but I think that they're going to have. I
Well,
think
Ethereum's extremely centralized.
it is, but you know,
Coinbase
what do
was
these
in
people love?
basically getting sued by the SEC, and then they're magically not. Now they're the custodial service.
Yeah.
Now Ethereum and Base link up. This is about to be FTX 2.0.
You think so?
Absolutely.
Base,
Okay.
is,
Okay.
Base
Absolutely.
is trying to take all the attention away from Solana now that Solana's having her moment.
No, please. Base hasn't even gotten started. Solana's, Solana also broke recently, and it's under a lot of load testing from all these new users, and it's operating pretty good under this massive amount of usage and
It's
volume.
not.
It broke.
80% of transactions are failed.
I know, but it's still
It's working
basically-
horribly.
It's working basically. Like it still hasn't gone down at large. If it
Even-
goes down
That's
at
like
large,
on prom night having whiskey dick
That's
and be
true.
like,
Oh,
it's basically
okay.
working.
Because even when the
Okay.
transactions on Solana fail, you just have to keep hitting the button and it's going to go through and it's
Well,
not going to charge you.
I'll run through
on
this. You guys,
Ethereum-
you basically just spewed your theory, but I'm going to go through the stories and I'm going to tell you what I think it looks like. Okay, it's a little
You're
bit
going to tell
different.
me I'm right?
No, I'm not.
You're going to tell me you love
You're
me?
close. I think you're close.
I've been close.
Okay. That's what she said. So Ethereum Foundation under investigation by a state authority. We have this. They've received a confidential inquiry on a state authority shows GitHub commit. Looking into it a little bit more, the commit removed an image of a canary representing that the Ethereum Foundation has not been contacted by an agency in a way that required contact and not be disclosed. It also removed the text that said the Ethereum Foundation has never been contacted by an agency, yada, 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 in the world that requires contact not to be disclosed. So we keep moving. What the hell are you doing? Is Owen going to mukbang and not even show the crowd?
Well, we're
Muck-
trying to
What is
monetize
doing
this channel,
that?
and Owen won't
Mukbang.
even mukbang.
All right.
Mukbang. Guys, +1 in the chat if you want to see Owen mukbang. If we can get to 100 likes,
get
Owen will mukbang while removing an article of clothing.
5 more likes were there. He's going to be slipping, slopping
Exactly.
on
Oh, yeah,
camera.
dude.
We got
You better
Grayscale.
tongue that hole of the donut.
It's a donut. That's what he's talking about.
Meanwhile, while this is going on, there's a lot of worries that the ETF is no longer going to get approved. At the rate things are going on, I think that the delays are probably on the table right now. I don't think that we're getting an approval in March. Still think May looks pretty strong, but the Grayscale Ethereum Trust discount drops to negative 20% as hope dwindles on the spot ETF in May.
Interesting.
This might be a little bit of a move. Remember we were looking at the juicy discount on Bitcoin?
Yeah, could be the move.
You know what I mean? That Bitcoin was 50% off in the doldrums of the bear market. Trust discount dropped to negative 20%, lowest level since November 23, and comes back off of falling. God, what is this? They typo that? Falling optimism for a spot Ethereum ETF approval in May. So we got a little bit of a discount going on right now. Wall Street getting a little bit skittish, but here's what I think is going on.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
So
we're on the same wavelength.
when we had the Blackrock ETF application in, simultaneously the SEC had a lawsuit against Coinbase. Coinbase was listed as a custodian.
Yep.
I felt like the whole thing was a show, a psyop to keep people on the sidelines, not getting in because it might get scary. We might arbitrage this out of existence. In reality, they're working from two wings of the same bird. They know what's going to happen. They know what's going to prove. They know that BlackRock essentially is the president of the country. And, they're going to approve this in May, but they want to keep you at home afraid of getting in on crypto right now because they might go after it as a whole and call Ethereum a security, which it cannot do. So, that is what I feel like is going on. I think it's pretty similar to you, BJ, but I just feel like it's a grand psyop. I feel like it's a Shakespearean play meant to confuse people. So that's kind of, it's a little different than, but mostly the same.
Yeah, buy ETH. I mean, it's at this point, with all the Bitcoin FUD that we went through for the past 2 years.
Yeah.
And now we're getting Ethereum FUD when we're clearly in a bull run. I mean, this is the playbook.
And the
folks.
SEC couldn't beat the Ripple company. What makes you think that they're going to beat Ethereum Foundation?
And there can be other Ethereum products that go on the stock. They could just have a version of Ethereum be a security, right? Like you could just fork Ethereum, or have you have an Ethereum token that is like ETH as SEC ETH or whatever. Like, hey, do you want to securitize your Ethereum?
Right.
Then just bridge it over to SEC ETH, and now it's in Wall Street. Like,
right.
This is not a hard problem to fix, folks.
Yeah. I mean, I just don't feel like that. Nothing's going to stop the ETH ETF from happening.
No.
Really, like the things that we extra hope for on the altcoin side, like the Solana ETF, the AVAX, the Chainlink ETF. I think they're going to apply. They're not going to get approved though. Not this cycle. I think that we got to wait a little bit more time for that. That's just me personally. But we do have North Korea sending BlackRock crypto. There's a transaction.
Awesome.
North Korea sends their regards from Tornado Cash, 1 Ethereum straight to the BlackRock digital assets.
Someone tell OFAC. Arrest Larry Fink.
I love this so much. I love this so much. It's just so good to see. The world is so beautiful at times. Tom Emmer, with a simple no to the SEC requesting an extra $158 million from the federal budget to police the crypto Wild West.
Police yourself.
Yeah, I know. Just pound sand. How about
Bricks.
so? Tom Emmer, still a major fan of this guy. I worry that his tenure within his position is coming to an end, sadly.
Yeah.
But we need to spread this mindset amongst our
Wait, is he on Hillary's list or something?
Maybe.
Dude, speaking of Hillary's list.
There's a firefight.
ATF agent injured in an early Tuesday morning shootout at the home of a Clinton National Airport executive director in Little Rock, West Little Rock. Absolutely sick. So this is quite a complex, confusing story.
The ATF is in a shootout with the Clintons.
Yeah, the ATF is in a shootout with a Clinton executive. But he's a Clinton airport executive. That was incredible. Federal agents said they were involved in a shootout Tuesday morning while attempting to serve a search warrant to West Little Rock at the home of head of Clinton National Airport. According to the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms and Explosives, agents were attempting to serve a search warrant at the home of 100 block of Durant's Court just after 6 a.m. 30 said someone inside the home who agents said is the subject of the investigation fired gunshots at the ATF agents who subsequently returned fire. Yes, this just broke overnight, so we're still looking, but agents did say that they hit the shooter, identified by the Arkansas State Police officials as 53-year-old Brian Malinowski. Malinowski, there it is. ASP said Malinowski was retreated by medical personnel at the scene before being taken to a nearby hospital. Is this a missed hit by the Hillary Clinton Foundation on one of their insiders? Time will tell that tale. But, he looks like he might be part of the cabal, just from judging from the haircut. Probably following that. Kind of an interesting story.
Talk about Hitler Youth. I'm sorry.
Dude, I know. I know. So that did pop up. God, there's so many stories I'm blasting through. This is, okay, so we talked about BlackRock. They are moving into the tokenization of assets, right? Now, yesterday, when I was, someone asked me on the fly if we were picking one crypto right now. I mean, I chose Stacks when we were, in the $2 range. Now that's pumped. So yesterday I was talking about Ondo. I felt like Ondo had a moment of opportunity here. You can see things really haven't moved too far off from where they were. But you go to the website of Ondo Finance, and this is where it gets kind of fun. Featured in all these yada, 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 big publications. But their Ondo ecosystem supported by institutional and native crypto partners, such as first one listed, BlackRock, Morgan Stanley, Mantle, Injective. So, you know, like this one, it's really stolen some thunder from moving around tokenized assets, and real world assets, I think, are going to be a big, big player in this bull market. So I am building that bag of Ondo, and I'm going to continue DCAing this project.
Bag of Ondo.
A bag of Ondo. It's kind of fun to say.
It is kind of fun to say.
You know?
Speaking of fun to say, where are we going next?
Well, let's see here. I had Aether coming up, but we had Blackrock talking about launching this tokenized asset with Securitize, and the notice.
Securitize.
Yeah, I know. It's Securitize.
Come on.
A lot of people are trying to FUD Chainlink with this news. Like,
Y'all are fudding meaningless with uwoos, and I don't approve.
Well, they go after meaningless all the time, but they missed
That's
one
rude.
uwu. They missed one uwu, and he's being
Shady Bandito. You will get what's coming to you if you keep it up.
Look at, killed by death. Uwu 100x
Times 100. No, see, that's just cheap and lazy. At least Meaningless puts in the work.
Yeah, one by one, built brick by brick. He's building that uwu.
Built uwu by uwu.
Oh my God, bless him. So yeah, we have people trying to come out and say, "Oh, this is bearish for Chainlink." Yada yada. Chainlink is the data provider. We're talking about Ondo, the actual asset transmitter. So they're two different things. As I talk about this gigantic ecosystem of money that's being slowly rolled into crypto, there is not just one winner when it comes to this. There will be many losers and a handful of winners to make this financial system work in the future of what they're turning it into. And I think that the reason they're turning it into a blockchain-based real-world asset system at large is because the previous one is at its end game. It's breaking, and they see it coming. BlackRock, one of the world's largest hedge fund managers, they see it coming too. We got some other things here. Aether went live. Checker node public sales on fire right now. Sold around $92 million worth of nodes already. Did you say there are an ETH? Are they one ETH to get one of these nodes, Nick?
Is it really? I know nothing about this project.
Yeah, I mean, Aether is decentralized computing power type focus.
Okay, so one of like the 500 decentralized computing power crypto projects.
Mm-hmm.
They're all in a centralized server farm, potentially owned by Google.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Just that one. Exactly.
Yeah, I got you.
But you know, I'm a fan of decentralized computing power is going to be necessary for AI to operate correctly. So, you know, like it's just part of the tools in the basket of things being built, I think is pretty necessary.
SETI's been doing it forever.
Who has?
Yeah.
SETI
at home.
SETI?
Search for extraterrestrial intelligence so you can let them use your computer.
There you go.
And holding at home. Right?
And nothing has happened. They came out saying, yeah, there's
because aliens don't
spacecrafts.
exist.
No one cared. No one cared. And the evidence that they came out with was pretty weak. It was like a video. Remember that? The Pentagon video of the supposed alien spacecraft was like traveling 5 times the speed of sound. And it was very grainy. You think they would come out with a little harder evidence than that. So
yeah, it's the government. They basically said, they had a hearing. What was in January, and there was a special committee, and there was a committee hearing about what do they call UAPs now? Unidentified.
Yeah, they had to change the names.
Alien.
I think it's UAPs.
Unidentified.
Autonomous.
Autonomous.
It might be autonomous. Let us know in the chat.
Anyways,
I can't remember.
People came out of this meeting and they were like shell shocked. It was like they walked into the room and Danny DeVito was there naked on a table or something like that. And they walk out and there's like, I can't even describe what I just heard. And you're like, what? These are political people talking about this. And then one woman basically said, she's like a representative. She said, yeah, so they're like extraterrestrial interdimensional entities. She said it on CNN. People were like, what? And then no one's been talking about that ever since.
Oh my God. Aliens are
Stranger Things confirmed.
I think that aliens are
Somebody's
just
never
demons.
watched Stargate.
I think they're just demons, man. I think
they are.
Aliens are just demons.
I have done several Twitter threads about how all of this stuff just points to basic biblical knowledge about demonology.
Or they're just mushrooms.
No, they're not just mushrooms.
Fungal spores that survive in space based on panspermia.
What are your thoughts,
Hannah has
Hannah?
thoughts.
Angels and demons look the same.
Angels and demons look the same?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, like what? Are they the same thing, are you saying? Or
You can't tell just by looking at them.
Oh, interesting.
Biblically, they look the same.
So you're
But
saying
in our
perspective
culture,
is everything, man?
We have red devil, that's a demon. Angels like white, holy,
blue and light.
light.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they look the same for real.
Well, I mean, I don't
For
know.
real?
For
You've seen
real,
them?
I
can feel them.
I don't think that they
Pull
feel or look the same.
Yeah,
but
there's actually several different classes of angel. Pull up a Onaphim.
Onaphim?
Or Ophanim. Ophanim. And this is $0 Giro again.
Bro, what is this gender stuff? What is this?
Ophanim. Do search for
this
Ophanim.
Is a Pokemon name.
Ophanim Angel.
Ophanim.
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 No, this is a crypto show.
I know. What are we going?
Wait,
oh,
who said that?
Me.
Oh,
okay.
Bro,
So the Ophanim
couch.
Angels.
This is this is the one that Ezekiel saw.
It's a cryptic.
Yeah. So this is a type of angel in the Bible. It is the wheel eye thing. Yeah. So that is a type of angel.
Okay.
In the Bible. That's a good one. That is an angel of the Lord. That's not the angel of the Lord, but it is an angel nonetheless. But
I would be kind of concerned if something like this just popped up into the sky. Just like,
yeah,
because you're
so
scared.
If you listen to the description, if you read the description in Ezekiel of how this thing acts, it goes backwards and forwards, does not have any type of propulsion, and can go essentially the speed of light and then stop on a dime, go up and down without any type of propulsion.
alien spacecraft.
It's literally a description of an alien spacecraft back in Ezekiel.
Okay.
Ophanim.
Okay. So UAPs are Ophanim.
Mystery solved. Yeah.
All right,
I mean, honestly, this is the type of alpha. You get unmitigated alpha here on the basement. We are not just breaking down crypto. We're not just breaking down societal disorder. We are also breaking down the supernatural. Here in the basement. Come on, get based. We have 100 likes. We have 115 likes. God dang.
Mukbang.
Take it off. Take it off. You already ate it.
Puke it back up and baby bird yourself.
People pay extra for that.
I can't believe you. I can't believe it.
You just denied everyone in the chat so much satisfaction.
Well,
Owen Rugg pulled y'all.
It's time to go hit the gym, get the day rocking here. I appreciate every single one of you. Hannah, Nick, BJ, Owen, even though he won't show he's alive, I swear to God, someone's touching the buttons back there. Everyone
That's a
in
euphemism.
the chat, Crypto After Dark, Fluffy the Sheep, Cali Crypto Dude, Indie Halo, Sin Diesel, Nicole Tater, Shake and Bake, Word Sister down in the Rumble chat. I appreciate every single one of you out there. Make sure to hit the like on the way out. Subscribe to the channel. Well, you can't chat if you're not subscribed. So you got to subscribe to yell at me too. So there is that. Share this out. Get the message. We need this world more based, more ready for chaos than ever before. So, yeah, time's of the essence, you guys. I hope you're positioned well. We're going to keep bringing up good projects. The getting real good in crypto. So time is now, and we'll see you tomorrow.